obviously we put the blueprint out there. Hopefully Cowboys watch the tape. We made Jalen stay in the pocket and escape outside instead of those B gaps, and paid off. Because Jalen's looking at the rush every play. So yeah, you just have to be disciplined and not give him that quick escape route where he could get to his guys quick.
What's up, CFO gang? It's your boy Jay Tuck. Real Cowboys fans, stand up. And yo, Cowboys Nation, this Sunday, y'all know what time it is.
Yeah! Here we go! Here we go! Here we go!
Yeah. Our Dallas Cowboys will face off versus the Philadelphia Eagles at AT&T Stadium. I'm excited, man. I'm actually going to be there. I head for Dallas in the morning. But something I want to quickly talk about in today's film session is there's been some conversation going about Nick Bosa's comments about the way to really stop Jalen Hurts is to keep him in the pocket and make him a pocket passer. Now, I know a lot of Eagles fans, they're getting kind of flustered, and rightfully so, about the comments, but let's be honest, y'all. We family. We all know Jalen Hurts' best ability is his athleticism. So, of course, just rightfully so, you want to try to take that away. And I feel like that has been the blueprint for some of the teams that has had success for him. Now, has it always worked? Absolutely not, right? But I think when we saw last Sunday versus the 49ers, we definitely saw them take advantage of it. So I want to kind of dive in and see, okay, is there something to what Nick Bosa is actually speaking about? Because I just don't jump in conversations. I let the film explain it for me. So before we start, he mentioned, right, the B gap. So for those of you who do not understand, the B gap is between the guard and the tackle on the shoulders right there. So I got those highlighted for you. Now, if you want to get deep in depth, pretty much the front side is called the B gap and the back side is called the 2 gap. That's more linebacker talk for old linebackers like me. Don't worry about that. We're going to call this B side, front side B, back side B gap, and just keep things simple for you guys. But on this very first play right here, you're going to see Nick Bosa come in and slant right into that B gap and get pressure. Now, you see Jalen Hurts, he drifts in the pocket and he's looking downfield, but he has a spy right there in Warner. There's nowhere to go. There's pressure. He doesn't know where to go, right? And then he just lays down. And so what you see in a lot of these film clips is if you're able to get pressure on Jalen Hurts, keep him in the pocket and rush with 4 and drop 7, it causes some disruption when it comes to the continuity of their offense, and especially with their wide receiver course. Because you're going to see right here, when Nick Bosa goes inside, you're going to have number 31. He has outside contain right now. So Jalen Hurts was to flush outside. Boom, number 31 is right there on it. You have pressure right there in the interior with Bosa, right? You have Fred Warner kind of spying things. So everything is bagged up. Now it's up to Jalen Hurts to make the throw or make the proper read. And the pressure gets to him, he lays down, and there's a sack right there. So very next play right here, you're going to see what we called, Bosa do an inside stunt. Now, some people call this a me stunt or call it an eat stunt. That means that's the edge guy. He comes in first, and then the tackle loops out. There's so many different languages. Like I said, I'm not going to bore y'all with that. But you'll see once again, inside pass rush move with Bosa. Boom. You're going to see this tackle loop out right here. And they're going to wall Jalen Hurts where there's really nowhere to go. And they're rushing with 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and dropping 7 underneath, forcing Jalen Hurts to make the proper read. There's nowhere to really go. He has a spy right here. So if he flushes out this pocket, he has some dogs and Greenlaw coming downhill, and you don't want those problems. And ultimately, the pressure gets to Jalen Hurts. So once I started cutting up this video, I'm like, okay, Bosa, you might be onto something, right? Now, on this play right here, they're going to line up Big 98 just right there. And once again, the B gap, get that pressure, boom, rushing with 4. So they're not blitzing. They're not getting all creative and going all loopy twisty when it comes to Jalen Hurts. Just simple rushings, and you have to rush with integrity, right, and play assignment-based football. Because if you go out there going all kamikaze, right, and just saying, listen, I'm foaming at the mouth, this is Cowboys versus Eagles, I'm going to make something happen, and you're looping out and you get caught in the wrong stunt, he definitely will take off and use that athleticism, right? But assignment-based football, right? You have 45 right here on the spy. He's watching him. So if Jalen Hurts was to come through this middle A gap, he's on it. He's also taking away this crossing route with the wide receiver right there. Pressure gets back. Good spin move to get back. Pressure. Not sure what Jalen Hurts did. I think he's got his like, maybe got spun a little bit right there. Yeah, he got spun. And you get the pressure right there. So, okay, cool, Tuck. That's the San Francisco 49ers. We know the San Francisco 49ers, they got dogs in their interior. They can do a lot of different things. All right, well, let's backtrack. Let's go to Kansas City. Let's come to where I'm at, right? Let's come to Kansas City. And what are we going to see? Okay, so you're going to see right now, you're going to have Chris Jones, who's a monster right there. He's going to be lined up right there in the B gap, and the defensive end is going to loop. But also, we have this linebacker over here, or it might be a safety, not sure. Come with the pressure, right? Boom. And it disrupts the timing. Now, also, what happens, right? So it looks like, okay, they're sending 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're sending pressure. They're sending 5-man pressure. They're not, because this defensive end, watch him closely. He's going to drop. Show and drop. And he's going to take away, I think, the tight end route or taking away any quick slant routes. And we know when it comes to A.J. Brown, that's the bread and butter, right? So, look, they're actually running it. Boom. See, I didn't even know. Boom. They're trying to run the slant, right? So that's bagged right there, right? So you have the pressure coming from the backside, right? And he's walled in, and there's nowhere for Jalen Hurts to go. And the only thing that can happen is for him to actually make that proper read, and there was nothing there. Which leads to another sack. He's trying to flesh out the pocket. He's trying to make it work, right? But it just doesn't work. All right. And on this next play right here, all right, they're going to send 6 on this play, actually. But what they're going to do is, once again, you're going to see them create a wall. There's a wall. There's nowhere to go. Can't go in this gap right here. This is covered, can't flush out. There's a wall, right? So he's in the pocket. Now it's up to Jalen Hurts to make the proper read and the proper throw. Get his hands up in front of him. Interception. All right. So I think there is a lot to it. I know, it's Cowboys versus Eagles week, and I know there's a lot of trolling and everything. But when you look at it from a football perspective, there's a lot of nuances that really goes into what Nick Bosa is saying and must have saw on film defensively. Like let's turn Jalen Hurts into Peyton Manning, right? Can we do that? And not just Jalen Hurts, right? We remember, even with the Cowboys, that rush 4 drop 7 when we struggled versus the Cardinals in 2021 and the Denver Broncos game. Like, this was kind of the philosophy. Now, their philosophy wasn't about keeping Dak in the pocket. It was more about disrupting him post snap. And I think that's what NFL teams are doing versus Jalen Hurts. They want to disrupt him post snap and force him to make the proper read. And I think if you can get pressure with 4, it's definitely having some impact. On this play right here, you'll see him once again. It's going to rush 4. There's nowhere to go. Backside pressure, right? Boom. Yep. See, there you go. Got the spy on him. Now, I know there's been a lot of conversations like, all right, Tuck, so would you rush Micah or would you have him as a spy? Me personally, y'all know where I stand. I would probably have Micah more as a linebacker because he can hawk down Jalen Hurts, but I would kind of just mix it up and give them a mixed bag when it comes to the looks for Jalen Hurts. And then right here, boom, got some backside pressure right there. And I think when you watch the Eagles, right, even though, they're still one of the most dynamic offenses in the NFL, they're just struggling compared to last year, right? They really don't do a good job of having hot reads, right? They really don't have like hot reads, meaning, okay, if you're getting pressure from this side and this guy is dropping, who's your hot read over here? They really don't have it. They're more than likely, they're probably trying to get to a slant. But like Nick Bosa said, if you look at Jalen Hurts' eyes, and like I said, you can kind of tell, bro, he's not looking down the field to make a throw. He's looking at Chris Jones dead in his eye, and he's looking at the pass rush, and he's getting up out of there, because if he was looking downfield, he's not going to have the instincts to just turn and go, right? He's seeing Chris Jones, he's seeing the pressure, he's getting up out of there, so he's missing probably a lot downfield. And if I was to show the full all 22, we could see a lot of missed opportunities that Jalen Hurts is missing. And on this play right here, this is to the Jets, right? So we're going back, we're going deep in the bin, right? Versus the Jets, rushing 4, pressure. All right, rushing 4, let the pocket collapse, getting pressure, and getting the sack. And on this last play right here, looks like the Jets are simulating, they're sitting in the house. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So everyone's coming to get them. So Jalen Hurts is kind of reading hot. Actually, no, we changed our mind. We're not. We're only going to rush 4. We're going to drop in zone, and boom, got you in for the interception, man. So that's it, man. So like I said, do I think Jalen Hurts, can't read defenses? I'm not going to say that, but I do think there is something that NFL defenses are seeing now this season to kind of slow him down. But ultimately, the Cowboys have to do that on Sunday. And if they do that, we will get the win. So I want everyone to comment, like, subscribe. Follow me on all social media platforms at jtuck151. I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged, and let's go, Cowboys Nation. Peace.